Ah, New York City, where we New Yorkers enjoy our favorite cheap street food. And it's cheap now. You could go to any 99-cent place in New York City and get it. A slice of pizza. Yes. The greatest city, the greatest food is pizza. Number one. Anyway, there's a place that I've been going at down in Manhattan. I won't say the location, but if you live in New York City, maybe you heard the reports of it. There's a pizza place that sell pizza for 99 cents. Even the beef patties. Oh yeah, beef patties with mozzarella cheese. Can't go wrong with that. But it's always the good old fashioned slice. I like to get my slice of pizza with extra cheese. And the place is run by Tony. Tony DiGialia was his name. Tony DiGialia, man, that's a good friend of the neighborhood. And he decided to open a pizza place. This pizza place get the longest line, and you'd be wondering why. There's so many 99-cent pizza places, even the one around the block from Tony. But this pizza tastes so good. The sauce, the cheese, the crust is always on point. Yum, 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 we eat. Yum, 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 we eat. But it's always Tony running the pizza place. Him all by himself. He opens the store, he closes the store. Sauce, cheese, bread, you name it. He makes it all. He doesn't even have a second person helping him. Tony is one amazing guy, I tell you. But one day, late night, hanging out with some friends in a bar, and I was sober, I wasn't drunk because I was the driver. I always noticed Tony late night inviting the homeless people inside his restaurant. I guess he's giving them free pizza. But he doesn't, by closing time, instead of taking the pizza out to give it to them, he just invites them in. And the funny thing is, Tony comes out by himself. What happened to the homeless person? How come he ain't coming out? It was kind of weird, right? So anyway, the next day, everybody's enjoying the pizza, especially at lunchtime. When everybody's at work, place being packed, people buying those 99-cent slices. It tastes so good, especially the pepperoni, the sausage, the topping. And then the next night, we're working late, doing a lot of overtime. I see Tony inviting another homeless person in. In the same scenario, the person never comes out. Then one day, I told me and my friends about it, and I said, let's check what's going on. Let's see what's inside. So we kind of kind of broke in. Out of curiosity, it was kind of weird. Tony never have cameras in his piece of place, so he's easy to go in and see what's going on. I know it's wrong, but we was curious. I know when Tony be cooking the pizza, he always gets the sauce down the basement. It's a little chute basement like. So we went in and checked out the chute basement. Slowly we walk. It had a funny smell. We used our flashlight, and then we saw like a door, a gray metal door, which is dice box, the freezer pretty much. So we looked at the door. It was easy to open. It was so freezing cold, of course, because that's where they keep all the meat. Well, after looking at the freezer box, it was more than the meat. It was nothing but I think dead bodies, well sliced up. And you could tell it's like bodies because you see a foot and a hand. And I said to myself, this has to be a joke. Tony is killing homeless people for his pizza toppings, and you see bags of blood when you keep walking behind the freezer, and it says pizza sauce on it. I was like, there's no way in hell. This is impossible. So I'm trying to run upstairs, ready to get out, with my friend. But then I didn't find my friend. Like, where is he at? Did he bailed on me? And then I slipped on a wet floor and saw my friend's dead body. And then on top of me was Tony DiGialia, ready to stab me. Luckily, I was stabbed on the right of my shoulder, and I still had movement to fight back against Tony. And I stabbed him in self-defense because I had to. And I was able to call the cops. Cops came in, and they arrested Tony. But also, I was charged to myself for breaking in, like, pretty much. But you know what? Since I had a case, I was let off the hook. Tony DiGialia, can't believe it. All those pieces I was eating, and all the people in New York City eating those pieces with nothing but dead body parts and dead blood. We became cannibals pretty much. And because of that, I ended up living in the woods. Because now I have to thirst for human body parts and blood.